99% of the economists on YouTube are incorrect. And the reason that they're incorrect is that all following a very similar playbook. They've read a little bit about economics, they take what's on the news, they put 1 and 1 together, and it must equal 2. Remember, economics is branded the dismal science because Thomas Malthus, back in the 1700s, used that simple algebraic idea that economics goes in a particular direction, and that's the only direction it can happen. He believed basically population growth continued and food output increased incrementally on a linear fashion. But that's not true because of technology. Food production always outstrips population growth because we have an innovative brain. So most YouTube economists portray a very dismal, dark, post-apocalyptic future, where everything's going to collapse. And the truth is, maybe someday that will, because even a broken clock is correct twice a day. But I'm not holding my breath, because throughout human history, mankind's situation has only improved. You don't want to be back in the Middle Ages. You don't want to be toiling, a guy like me, even 100, 200 years ago, I'd be just like toiling in a factory or in a farm. And, it's a lot of work with a basic substance to live. Now, I can argue, and I do argue sometimes in a romanticized fashion, that life was better back then, nostalgically, and maybe in some ways it was. But the point is, for the mass of humanity, life is getting better. Technology, innovation, and productivity. So these YouTube economists all take this very simple idea that the Federal Reserve has overstimulated the economy. So therefore, A equals B equals C, there must be a crash. And it's not true, because the human mind is always trying to mitigate and find solutions. Yeah, there will be a downturn, but you as an individual and we as a society will mitigate it and will come out stronger. So instead of wasting your time listening to YouTubers tell you every single day that this is going to be the biggest crash since the Great Depression, you could be doing something productive. I'm building a greenhouse behind me, by the way. You could be studying. I'm getting a PhD in economics, by the way. You could be going to the beach. I live in Florida, by the way. You could be spending time with your family. Just amazing things. Playing chess. I play chess in competitions. But instead, you're worrying about something that may happen or may not happen. Or you're worrying about it like it's some fatalistic, the economy is going to crash, therefore I'm going to be poor. Not true. During the Great Depression, the Great Recession, people got extremely wealthy. My point being, if you really believe the economy is going to crash, like those YouTubers are portraying, just selling that fear, getting you back into their narrative so they can get more views, so they can get more subscribers, or whatever the game they're playing. If you really believe that, then you can mitigate it. There's time-tested methods of making money when the market goes down, when the economy goes down. And just like there's time-tested methods to make money on capital appreciation, capital gains, when the market and the economy goes up. You can play either side of the market. Better is to have an investment strategy, and I can do that in another video. But my point is, the Austrian economists, I'm going to charge them and the libertarians with the same economic, algebraic, simplistic thinking as the Keynesians or the Malthusians, in that it's a fatalistic A plus B equals C type of thinking. The Federal Reserve expanded, we overexpanded, we all know that. Therefore, this must happen. But that is not economics. There's a lot of correlations, perhaps. But first of all, economics is always about the individual, finding solutions, being productive, and mitigating. And that is what we are doing today, and that's what we're doing as a society. People are talking about this next oil crunch, this energy crisis we're going through. I'm not worried. It will just push the frontier of innovation towards renewable, better, greener energies. Just like plastic. I'm trying to make this greenhouse as much as I can, except for the plastic to cover it, maybe, just out of renewable resources. But what if we use some plastic? There are some people who are innovating bacteria that consumes plastic. So it's not like the whole world is going to be swallowed in plastic. It's not like we're going to just run out of fossil fuels. And if we did, that would even be better. And it's not like this next economy, this next downturn is going to take everybody down with us. No, people will innovate, mitigate. So that's why 99% of those YouTube economists out there are incorrect. They're selling bad news. And I'm not going to do that here. I could do it. I could come every day, tell you how bad the Federal Reserve is, how we're all going to crash. A broken clock is right twice a day, but I'm not going to do it. I'd rather talk about more positive, interesting ideas in economics, many of them based on classical theory. So that's my homily for today, my economic homily. Hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.